My career in public relations has really run quite a gamut. I started out working for Walt Disney at Disneyland, and before setting up my own firm, Cooper Communications, I worked directly for Hugh Hefner as Senior Vice President of Marketing for Playboy Enterprises, with some interesting stops in between. And two of my accounts were the Pasadena Tournament of Roses Association and the Motion Picture Academy and the Academy Awards. PR in LA at one point was largely the focus of the entertainment industry and the focus of the aerospace industry. And the entertainment industry wanted to get as much ink as they could, and the aerospace industry didn't really want a lot of publicity. So back in the 60s and 70s and maybe even the late 50s, that's the bulk of the PR industry in Los Angeles. A second big change has been social media. We no longer use the media as a conduit to the public as we used to. This is something I talk about a lot in my classes that I teach at UCLA. Now, the public and all of the publics talk to each other. And the importance of the public relations person in terms of influencing the media is lessened, but in terms of the need for creativity and sustained programming and the ability to work with social media has increased. Third change, I think, is the broad diversity of public relations now. It's in every industry you can imagine, whereas it used to be highly focused. PRSA was the place where all of the senior public relations executives went. So you wanted to go to PRSA because you wanted to meet the movers and shakers in the profession. You could learn from them, you'd get a job from them. You always want to be with the tennis player who plays tennis a little better than you do. And the man for whom I worked at Hershey Rotman and Direct Public Relations in the 1970s, the early 70s, offered to take me to a PRSA luncheon at tea restaurant. And I just thought, this is my big break to get into PRSA. And so I started going to the meetings. I became more active in the chapter and wound up being on the board and eventually president. For 10 years, I was in charge of public relations for the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences and its annual Academy Award show. In 1979, I won the award for the Outstanding Program, which was the 50th anniversary of the Motion Picture Academy, which was an international program, literally reams of publicity, black tie dinners around the country. Fabulous program on behalf of a fabulous organization. When winners would walk off the stage at the Oscars, I would say, well, how do you feel about it? And almost invariably, winners would say to me, this is precious because it's given to me by my peers. And I think the Prisms is the same thing. It's the most important award you can get because it's given to you as an honor by the people who know what you can do and know of your capabilities better than anyone else, your professional peers.